All right. It's another Thursday night. It's your boy Big here coming to you with the Money Hammer on the Game On Get Paid Power Hour show. And as always, I have my lovely and beautiful co-host, the ever gorgeous, especially tonight, wearing her lumberjack shirt all the way from Canada. It's Krista. You want to come out and say hello, Krista, to all the good people watching tonight?
Well, it's a boot time.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Oh my man, it's so exciting. I've had such a great day here today. Not only did I get my game loot card, but I was really surprised my bonus today. It didn't click with me that today was bonus day, the 15th. So when
boom, bonus day means the Money Hammer. That's why the Money Hammer's back.
I know. I almost went off the road when I saw the money coming through. I was like, oh my God, can't wait to get this onto my card right now. But yeah, it was a really exciting day. Super pumped to be here with you again tonight. Don't see that Canadian Money Hammer yet. I'm sure you're working on it. Have it for Vegas. Have it for Vegas. I need it. I'll be picking it up in Vegas.
Absolutely. Now, if you're watching the show here for the first time and you're going, what the hell did I just turn on? If you're watching it on replay, if you're watching it live, this is the Game On Get Paid Power Hour show, and it's all about Game Loot Network. And don't worry, we're going to take the time for the next 60 minutes and explain to you all about Game Loot Network, why people are so excited to be joining, what it's all about, and how you too can join and absolutely make money. We talk about bonuses, things like that. We're different on this show. We are excited because for the first time in a long time, there's actually an opportunity that's entirely different than anything else out there. So what I'm going to tell you to do is, if you notice a couple of things here, all right? Here's a popcorn bucket. Now, the show tonight is going to move pretty quickly. We're going to cover a lot of stuff, so you want to get your popcorn ready because, as my man Ray Lewis always said, we're about to put on a show, and you want to have your popcorn. What we're also going to do is I'm going to quickly introduce our special co-host tonight, my man Paul DeSouza, who's coming all the way from the Philippines. Paul, do you want to come out and say hello to everyone?
Hey, Big, thanks. Guys, again, it's a pleasure to be back here on another Thursday. I'm really excited. As Krista, I got my cash in today, and yeah, I'm really thrilled. I mean, we know it works. We know people are making money, and that's why we are so excited about Game Loot, because we know that we can help people make money too.
Absolutely. All right, my man, our special guest is popped in, and bottom line is I'm going to introduce him in a little bit. One thing you might notice right down here, you might notice a dog's head. And actually, this is a trophy that we're going to give tonight to my man, the big dog, Steve Foster, who actually is in the UK. And there's a reason we're going to be giving him a trophy tonight, and we'll tell you what it is all about in a little bit. But we always like to do this show where we not only talk about Game Loot Network, but we also bring on real live people. And Steve, I know you're excited, but I'm going to mute you, my man. You know, I'm sending out all the bald-headed love I can, but my man, I gotta get through this part of it. We're going to give the Big Dog Award to my man Steve tonight because he is just tearing it up. He is on it like a bone. And you'll understand, coming from him, we like to have members come on, talk about their experience in Game Loot Network. So it's not just us big dogs talking about it. It's little dogs turning into big dogs talking about their experience and how you too can do the same thing that they're doing. But before we do that, like I said, make sure, okay, that you have full attention and focus here for the next 50 minutes, because what we're going to share tonight is not only going to make you happy, it's going to make your wallet happy. So if your girlfriend, baby mama, rubbing up on you saying, come on, baby, watch 50 Shades of Grey with me. Nope, can't, honey, not tonight. I got to focus on what these guys are talking about because it sounds good. And it is, we promise you. That's what this show is all about. We have fun, but we also at the same time show you proof, progress, results. We'll share our back office. We'll talk all about the program and how different it really is and how you can quickly get up and running and start to share this story also. So here's a little housekeeping for you. If you're watching this for the first time, if you're watching on replay, someone shared the link with you, they did want you to get involved. So all we say is get back to that person. That's who you want to work with. We're all part of one big team, but that's how we work here. Get back to the person that shared this link so that you too can become part of the craziness. So again, back to this. This is going to be given later on to my man Steve. And I thought what we do, Krista, what do you think? Let's get right into it. What do you think? Should I go into the presentation, tell people what game loot is so they can have a better understanding, and then let's have you compensation plan. So let's tease them a little bit, like you used to do in high school. Tease the boys a little bit, and then show them all the good stuff and hit them with a money hammer. What do you say?
Absolutely. Let's get into it, and then let's get going with Mr. Boombastic. You forgot to introduce him as Mr. Boombastic.
Oh, yeah. You took away my intro later. Oh! Now, all of you are wondering, what are these? Well, these are see into the future glasses. And if you look right, stare into my eyes, what I see for you is doing very, very well in Game Loot Network. And we know you're going to do well because we've proven it time and time again. And we know you're going to do well because of the strategies and systems that we have in place for the team members. And my man Paul D'Souza is going to talk about that strategy at the end. So not only are we going to talk about Game Loot Network, but we're going to share with you exactly how all these people are having success. So what do you say? We'll get to Mr. Boombastic, fantastic, in a little bit. But I'm going to take off my future glasses because I got to look into the present and do this presentation. See what I did there, Krista? This presentation. So what I'm going to do is, again, we're real, we're raw, we're unscripted. So we don't have everything already pre-set up. So you're going to see me, sharing my screen and fuddling through. But it's what people like about us. We're real raw, but we're also approachable. Unlike other gurus out there who kind of leave you stranded, we actually make ourselves approachable because we want all of the people in the team to be a success. And we'll talk a lot about that in the presentation and show you why we want people to do that and have success. And it has a lot to do with the money hammer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and get right into the presentation and start it from the current slide and get going right away. So what we have with here is the perfect storm of opportunity. What you see is that people are easily bored and need to be constantly entertained and stimulated. Why do you think I do the show like this and hit people with money hammer and give away dog head trophies and eat my popcorn? It's because people want to be entertained at the same time they're being educated. And that's no different when it comes to business. So everyone out there wants to unwind, wants to de-stress. Some people do it different ways. Some people go to the mountain, some people go to the beach. Some people, guess what? Mobile. They're getting around more. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about games, mobile games. More and more people are on their phone playing games. And if you don't believe me, we're going to show you research that shows you. And the funny thing about it is you're probably shaking your head right now going, I've heard enough. I don't like to play games. Well, guess what? 40. And if you say, I'm too old to play games, guess again, you're still one of the minority. I'm going to show you later, based on research, that half the world is playing mobile games. And we're going to show you how to tap into it. Game Loot Network, powered by fun. We're going to show you how you can take advantage of all those people playing mobile games and how this opportunity is different than anything out there. So understand that the mobile gaming industry is currently over $40 billion, and it's projected to grow over to $200 billion in the next 3 years. I'm sure you've heard of games, even if you don't play them, even if you're too old, like Angry Birds, Clash of Clans, Draw Something, Temple Run. Then these gaming companies are doing their job, which is marketing, getting the word out there. All right. Angry Birds is a huge success story, but it's not the only one. The crazy thing about Angry Birds is it costs just 100,000 to create. It has over 2+ billion downloads, 200+ million minutes are wasted every day just on Angry Birds. Do you know, Krista, Paul, that's over 16 years of gameplay. And Rovio, the maker, is currently valued at over $1 billion in the stock market. In fact, more people play Angry Birds every day than are in Twitter's entire member database. That's a whole lot of people. There's Candy Crush. Oh, I can see a lot of you rolling your eyes. If you're on Facebook, everybody hits you up with Candy Crush and telling you to play Candy Crush. Well, guess what? Over 93 million people play that daily. That's more than the population of Australia. And King, the company responsible for creating Candy Crush, made almost 2 billion in revenue and over 550 million in profit in 2013. That's what they cleared, sold in a takeover for in 2015 for 5.9 billion dollars. That's with a B. This is a game company, folks, a mobile game company. Let's move on. There are giants out there like Supercell. They created Clash of Clans that did over 829 million in 2013. Supercell, the company, did over 892 million in profit in 2013. Supercell itself went on 1% of itself for 1.5 billion in 2014. And again, they've got other games out there that are just killing it. So if somebody can basically mute for me, well, I got some background noise. There's been other game success stories, not even from big gaming companies. Flappy Bird is one of those that was built and published by a 28-year-old Vietnamese game developer on the Apple Store in only 4 days. It went on to be downloaded over 50 million times and became the #1 downloaded app on Google Play and generates over 50,000 a day in advertising revenue. And the giants, as I said earlier, I talked about King. It has over 1.2 billion gameplays every single day. 128+ million people are playing those games just with King alone. It has less than 700 employees, but it's valued at over $4 billion. Mobile gaming. So let me ask you again, too old to play games? Okay, is no one out there playing games? Well, research here tells us different. And again, mobile gaming is going mainstream. You know it is because the Super Bowl last year in 2015, the most watched event in the world, guess what, was dominated by gaming commercials because mobile game companies aren't playing around anymore. They're spending money on advertising. And in fact, for the Super Bowl, $15 million was spent on less than 2 minutes of airtime on these commercials, and they're paying big money to stars like Kate Upton and Liam Neeson to be their celebrity stars for the game. In fact, it's estimated that those 3 commercials that you see on the slide there cost over $20 million. Million dollars. Again, tell me again, Big, that mobile gaming is not for everyone. And what do they all have in common? Their growth came from people sharing the games through media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, but mostly on Facebook, sharing the games. So these companies tapped into the fact that people are willing to share games. Guess what? That doesn't cost them anything because it's word of mouth marketing. It's network marketing where you say to someone, hey, join this game with me. And so based on that, Game Loot said, listen, we're changing the rules in network marketing and in mobile gaming. And what do we mean by that? What if you could continue to do what you're doing on Facebook, all right? Sharing with people, telling, but at the same time, win prizes and earn cash, already doing what you're doing. So Game Loot has tapped into that. And let me tell you why it makes sense, okay? There are billions of people on Facebook. There are billions of people altogether on a lot of the social sites. But at the same time, everyone is playing mobile games. I said it earlier. I'm not just saying it. I'm going to back it up with facts. Bottom line is, it doesn't matter if you're female or male, it's split right down the middle. In North America, over 146 million people out there playing mobile games, 48% female, 52% male. And earlier you said, Big, I'm too old to play games. Why would I be interested in Game Loot Network? You know, if I don't play games. Watch this. Down here, you'll notice something. Okay? Nearly a third of the gamers playing mobile games are between the ages of 35 and 50. So step off with that excuse, because just because you're not playing a game doesn't mean your neighbor or your family isn't playing the game. In fact, if we go to Europe and Korea, Japan, China, the numbers are about the same as far as ratio of male, female. And again, there it is, a third in that 35 to 50 group. Let's not forget, people a little bit younger, 20 to 35 makes up 40%. Again, are you seeing a trend here? This is not mobile gaming just for the young crowd. In fact, the young crowd, if you'll notice, okay, in most of these countries is less than the 35 to 50. So start to rethink what you think you know based on your personal experience. Why do you think all these companies are making big money? Because mobile gaming appeals to everyone. Everyone. It appeals to everyone. The bottom line is, all right, so we have a slide sticking. There we go. So the 4 questions you have to ask yourself. All right, we already asked it. Do you actually play games yourself on your iPhone or your other device? Okay, yes or no. Do you know anyone else that plays games on their mobile phone or other device? That may be a yes or no. Do you like to win prizes and other cool stuff? Most people are going to shake their head. I'll put my future glasses on and see all of you out there shaking your head. But here's the one right here. Answer this honestly. Like to make money and get paid to either play games or share those games with other people. So you have to ask yourself, if you said yes to any of those questions, we've got something powerful we want to let you in on, and that's Game Loot Network. The company itself is a legitimate company that's been around for the last 18 months doing beta testing and gathering up gamers just for the games. They're based out of Kansas City, Missouri. World-class 8,000 square foot office. And the CEO, Lance Baker, has 15 years plus of experience in the industry. What is exciting for us is they just launched a new distributor phase this year in 9 different countries. That's what we're going to talk to you about. The ability to tap into the mobile gaming market as a distributor, as a network marketing opportunity. Those countries are the US, Canada, Mexico, Bahamas, New Zealand, Australia, the UK, England, India, and the Philippines. So it's a great opportunity to, guess what, introduce people to their products. And what do you think Game Loot Network products are? Mobile games, mobile games, mobile games, mobile games, and they continue to put out more and more products. So what they've done is they've created this ultimate gaming community. I said they did the beta testing for 18 months. They continue to bring on premium gamers, people that actually pay to be part of this community and play games where they can win tokens. They get to play for fun. They play head-to-head with friends. They play in weekly, daily, monthly tournaments. They win all types of prizes in the reward center. So there are people signing up just to play the games and win the prizes. They've combined that expanding library, excuse me, of mobile games along with that social gaming community and rewards. But the last element that has gotten us excited is the comp plan for distributors like ourselves. And that's what we're going to talk to you about tonight, how you can take advantage of this trend, getting in, not even on the ground floor, you're getting in like in the basement. And Krista will talk about that in a little bit with the comp plan. It's really an opportunity of a lifetime to get in when something is just starting to take off and take hold in the general population, and you get to participate. And one of the ways we do that, earlier you heard me talk about how much money these companies were spending on advertising and marketing, because they know if they get the games in front of people, those people are going to share those games with people. And what Game Loot Network has done is said, listen, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to cut out the middleman. We're not going to spend millions and millions and millions. What if we took and we shared the revenue and profits with distributors who did the marketing for us, the word of mouth, the mobile phone sharing, all of those types of things? Did that for people. And that's essentially what they're doing. That's what the distributorship is. Hey, there's another person wanting to join our Game Loop affiliate network. We'll talk to you about that at the end also. But it's the way to market this opportunity, word of mouth, mobile phone, online marketing. And we're going to show you the strategy that we're introducing to people at the end. In fact, I'm going to come out because the next slide is where Krista is going to pick up in a little bit and talk about the compensation plan, because it's one thing to talk about how excited we are about it, but let us show you why we're so excited about the compensation plan and why it makes sense for you to get involved also. But before we do that, I want Paul to step in here really quickly, Paul, because one of the things that I showed previously on the slide there was, okay, that slide where I talked about cutting out the middleman. But a lot of people out there are going to be like, yeah, but I don't know how to market. What do you got to say to that, Paul?
Big, what I liked initially when I first got involved with you in other ventures was, as opposed to the way that I saw things being done with companies similar to Game Loot. We saw before, I saw people just being introduced to a business and then not being told how to actually introduce it to their friends or other people. And that is like one of the reasons why I kind of stepped back. I didn't want to do it. But then after getting involved and seeing the type of support and the training that you provide, that's what kind of dropped the penny, like made the penny drop for me, is when I saw, hold on, you know what? Firstly, there's all this training. Okay, there's guys that do these hangouts, and they actually assist people. They do all the heavy lifting for people, and they have a system. And the successful businesses that we've promoted, someone took a look at their comp plan and said, how can we automate this for people? And Game Loot is no different, because as it stands, it's a wonderful opportunity if you just take the compensation plan to show somebody. But what can we do? What could we have done to make it a lot easier for people to be able to promote it? And I stepped back and I went, okay, I'm going to throw my hat in the ring and I'm going to create something which is going to be a marketing system that people can use. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to jump into my back office as soon as you turn over to me.
Yeah, let's save that for the end, Paul, because what I want to do is let's bring out Steve and Krista. What we'll do is you and I let's ask Steve a couple of questions, have him explain. But when he comes out, I want to present Steve with an award, and we'll tell you why we're giving it to him. So without further ado, and Krista, if you want to unmute yourself also, Steve, if you want to unmute yourself. My man Steve has been working with us in the team environment for the last 4 weeks. And I'm not going to take away his thunder, because I want you to hear it in his own words about Game Loot, what he first thought, okay, because he's probably going to have the same reaction that you're having right now, going, games? He's been able to do with the tools that are available. And so on that note, Steve, if you want to unmute yourself and come out, and you want to actually have your video back on.
Is that right?
There you go. All right.
Right,
so,
okay.
Steve, without further ado, tonight we present to you the Big Dog Award, because you have stepped up in 4 weeks from starting point 0 to Ruby 3. So Put your hands together, everybody, for Stu.
Woo, woo!
And you'll understand what that means in a little bit, because we're going to have Steve share levels and how he got there, but also we're going to hit and let you share after Krista does a little bit of the compensation, come back and tell people what you've personally made in just that 4 weeks. So, Steve, thank you very much for coming and joining us tonight. It is what, almost 1:30 in the morning there?
Yeah, that's right, mate. That's right. Yeah, thank you very much for having me on as well. It's my pleasure. So yeah, just over 4 weeks ago. In fact, we step back a few days from that actually. About 5 weeks ago, I was shown the game loop system, and straight away I rubbished it. I didn't have time for it. Wasn't interested, like you said yourself, because it was about gaming. And I just thought, no, it's not for me. And a good friend of mine, Adrian, came back about a week later, and he showed me the power of it, the real power of what's going on with the system that we've got with the team. And I looked at it again, and I thought, yeah, I can do this. I can really do this. And I just jumped in with both feet, really, to be honest. And within 2 days, 2 or 3 days, I'd gone straight to Ruby. So I knew that I'd done the right thing. But it was all about following the team system that we've got in place and picking up on that. And it's the teamwork that's got me through. And I've got to say thanks to my team for getting me in the position where I am right now. And getting Ruby 3 today was just truly amazing. So
yeah, no, congratulations, my man. And hey, if you want to do a couple of shout outs to your team, to your downline, go ahead. It's your day.
Yeah.
It's your day. This is a big deal, folks, moving into a Ruby 3 level, and we'll talk about why. Let's not give it away right now, Steve, why it's a big deal, because it has to do with not only bonuses, but also daily residual income. So go ahead with the shout outs, my man. Not a problem.
Yeah, cheers, man. Cheers. Yeah, massive shout out to Igor, to Veli, to Sam, Ika. God, there's too many to mention now. The team's like over 60 people in the team now, so it's just, apologies to everyone whose names I've not mentioned, but I appreciate you all, each and every one of you, and everything you do every day. Thanks, guys.
That's awesome. Now, Krista, you had a question also.
Yeah, I wanted to know more about the strategy that he was implementing, because I see him just busting through every single day. There's announcements in the group, and I'm wondering, what is this guy doing? He must be pulling them out of his, what.
Steve rubs his own head for luck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to do, mate. That's the only thing I can do with it now. I can't get my hairstyle, can I? So I might as well make some use of it. No, really. Truly, it literally has just been about teaching the team to do what I've been doing, which is just getting out there and talking to people. Like I said before, when I first was shown this, on paper, it didn't look any good to me. But seeing something like this and being told in the way that we're telling people tonight, it really hit home with me that this is something that in 2, 3, 4 months can be giving me and the rest of my team just so much money that it's unreal. And it really is it's as simple as just talking to people. But, I do talk to a lot of people, and I've got a lot of passion behind what I do as well. And I think that rubs off on my team as well. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's the passion.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things is your initial reaction to this was games. Who has time to play games?
Yeah.
But what you're finding is what I talked about in the presentation, right? There is than you thought once you started sharing the story. Am I right? I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, but I think that's most people have that reaction to begin with.
Exactly, spot on. I've spoken to so many people. The first conversation, and they literally are just, no, I'm not interested. It's gaming. I don't play games. And I'll tell you now, since I started Game Loot, I've looked at the game once or twice, but I just haven't spent a second playing games. I'm too busy getting people to join the business. So it's, the game's there, something in the background, but my daughter plays on them more than I do, my 3-year-old daughter. So it's been an advantage there.
Yeah, and we'll talk about what you need to do, because again, you do want gamers, and again, we'll talk about the strategy, but Steve basically mentioned, it's just telling the story. That's how these companies brought in billions of dollars, by getting people on social media sites to, guess what? Share the games. So again, we're talking the same strategy. The only difference is none of those companies, I know I ended up basically people sharing Candy Crush with me and Angry Birds. It was a game where essentially you took a basically a bird, and you put him in a rubber band and shot him into logs, and you know, and you sit there and you realize that this is something that they made money from, and they never sent me a check. I'm sure you probably played Angry Birds or Candy Crush back in the day, Steve. Did they ever send you a check?
Yeah. Never, not once at all.
Right, but you have gotten checks from Game Loot Network recently, correct?
I've got more checks than I can deal with, and I'm so happy about it.
Yeah, we'll let that out in a little bit here. We'll let that out in a little bit. So you basically looked at it 5 weeks ago. You really got serious 4 weeks ago. And in that time, we're going to leave a cliffhanger so that we can come back and let people know not only the bonuses you've got over that time, but also how much you're making per day now. So bear with us. Stay with us. You can take your award. Go get yourself a drink. And
Thank you.
since we've teased people enough, let us do this. Let's get to the money part, right? Let's let Krista go over the compensation plan, because again, what Game Loot Network is saying is we would rather distribute our profits and revenue to those people that work hard to help tell our story. They're taking the same approach that the big companies did. The difference is they're going to remunerate you or compensate you for your marketing. And guess what? It's a beautiful thing that Krista is about to share. And then Krista, while she's doing this, can also at the end share what level she is currently, and then we'll come back and talk to Steve a little bit more. But go ahead, Krista.
Hey, so great to get to finally get into this compensation plan, because the prelude to this was basically, you know, telling how niche this market actually is. And I think that's something that a lot of us overlook because it is so brand new. We don't see the concept, we don't see the power of this industry. But what we do look for as marketers and, you know, online entrepreneurs, we want a robust compensation plan. So I'm just going to walk you through this one because it is robust. Okay, so there's 3 options to get started with Game Loot Network. You can download the app and become a gamer. It's totally free to play. The other option is to become a premium gamer for $10 a month, which is your monthly subscription. You're eligible to win Game Loot tokens and prizes. And there's a lot of cool prizes in the back office for gamers. They can actually cards, a whole bunch of different things, and you can see those on the websites if you want to go and take a closer look. And the other option is for the business person. That's to become a Game Loot ambassador for $124.99. And with that, guys, you get $100. For your $100, you get 500 game tokens, and you pay $24.99 for your marketing arcade system and back office. So the total a month is $124.99 to stay active, or you can have 10 premium gamer customers, and that basically wipes out your $100 fee. You would just be paying the $24.99 a month for your marketing system. So there's 3 ways that we get paid in Game Loot Network. The first is through daily, range from $5 per day up to $3,000 per day. There's level up bonuses that go from 150 to 200,000, and these are one-time bonuses. The Ruby, which is your first bonus, is paid one time. Anything over and above Ruby, so Ruby 2 onward, installments. And then there's the builder bonuses, which is a whopping 200% check match, up to $10,000 you can earn on each person from your 4th commission qualified person and beyond. And guys, this goes down to infinity. So if you recruit 100 people, you can earn up to, oh my God, $1 million? Is that right? $1 million?
Yep.
$1 million?
$1 million. If you help them get qualified at the Ruby level and above, absolutely. And that's what's so amazing about this. Go ahead,
Holy
Krista.
snap! Okay.
Right. Yep.
Okay, so this is a screenshot of our compensation plan. It's actually that simple that you can see it all here in just one screenshot. So first, we start with our ranks, and our first rank is that you earn $150 bonus and $5 a day residual. And that, guys, to rank as a Ruby, you need 3 active GAs, which is game ambassadors. It goes through all of the different ranks here, but we're going to get into some specifically down the road through this slideshow. But the black crown is where everybody wants to be. Obviously, you get $3,000 a day plus a $200,000 level up bonus.
Of course, Krista, this is for illustrative purposes only, correct?
Absolutely, absolutely. It does take work and dedication. You know, it's a business after all. So not everybody will get the same results, of course. And yes, this is for illustration purposes only. So there's 3 steps to getting paid. The first, in order to get paid, of course, you need to become a game ambassador. So to become a game ambassador, you would pay $124.99, and that would set you up with your own replicated website, your own marketing system. And guys, I have to say that the price point with this opportunity is rather incredible. There are opportunities that I've been a part of that were $1,000 just to get started. This is phenomenal. And with this marketing arcade, it is totally you need there to duplicate. Whether you're using warm markets, cold markets, everything is in that marketing arcade. I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, and Krista, we're going to address that $125 because we're going to show people how easy it is to then have your system be self-sustaining just by getting those 3 people. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So once you become a game ambassador, you want to become commission qualified and to recruit 3 game ambassadors, which means that you sign up 3 different people, assign them to 3 different legs, and they both pay, or all 3 pay the $124.99 to qualify. And then when this happens, you get your first level up bonus of $150, and you start earning right away some residual income of $5 per day.
Which covers
your monthly fee.
Right. Because $5 per day, 30 days is $150. In fact,
right
you have a little bit more.
Absolutely, absolutely. Plus, and you have that bonus too, Big. You don't forget that. So you have the 150 plus your. No what?
My wife already spent the bonus. My wife already spent the bonus, so I just count the residual.
Okay. So to become a game ambassador, you purchase a 500 token pack for $100, and then you subscribe to the marketing arcade for $24.99. So not only do we have marketing arcade, a duplicable system, but we also have a great atmosphere for team support. We have conference calls, webinars, team events. Inside of our group, we have some training that we offer as leaders. We have these power hour calls. Basically, everything that you need to get started, whether you're coming in as a new person to online marketing or seasoned marketer, there's something that you can learn from these conference calls, these webinars, and the people that are in this in our team, because we come with a multitude of skill sets in both warm and cold markets.
Absolutely. And there's a huge event coming up, the kickoff event for all the distributors in Las Vegas in October on the weekend of the 14th and 15th. And as Krista said, you know, they basically are very supportive as far as training and all that goes. So how do they actually get started, Krista?
Yeah, so it's very simple. And I guess that's why it's listed here more than once, because we want to emphasize how very easy it is to get started with this opportunity. So step 1, you would enroll as a game ambassador for $124.99. So guys, you get your own business. It's a replicated website. You are leasing a space. This is yours. You get to build this business as you want. The second step is you check your email. You get to your back office, log in, and set up your e-wallet. The e-wallet is a third-party e-wallet, so that's where you get paid. You can get paid out to your bank account. You can get these game loot cards or Visa cards that you can load up. There's different options there for you to get paid. Then you want to go to your back office and get very familiar with it, because it is a very robust back office. You want to get in there, get started right away, get your links, you know, become familiar and know this space, because this is where you work every single day. Then you take your mobile phone and download the Game Loot app. And inside this app is all the different games that we can download and play. And then go to your website and download the compensation plan PDF, because this is going to be important for you to, you know, to use to showcase the compensation plan, I guess, to your prospects.
Absolutely. And also, when we're talking about getting started, watching this on replay, or you're watching a link someone shared with you, make sure you get back to them and sign up with them on their team. And as we said, we're all part of one big team. Everyone has the ability to join in the trainings and all that, but we want you to get back to that person and work with them to get you started, just like we showed there. So what else you got to share with us, Krista?
I think I'm missing a slide, Big.
That's all right. We'll cover it. This gives us time actually to get back to Steve if he's around. Steve, you around, my man? Let's bring him out. If you'll stop sharing, Krista, let's ask some more questions,
Yeah.
Steve, because rather than us just telling you about the marketing arcade and all this stuff and saying how great it is, let's have someone who's actually been through it from a standing start talk about it. So you there, my man?
I am, buddy. I'm right here.
Awesome. So why don't we talk about earlier Krista shared some slides where she talked about the training, the support. So let me ask you, based on the fact I know you've been in some other programs and all like that, how would you rate the training, support, the webinars, all that stuff that's been going on behind the scenes in helping you get up and running in the system, my man?
Okay, well, I'll tell you, I must have been in about 10 or 20 different programs over the last few years, and I have never seen anything like it, training-wise, support-wise. Literally, not only the people above you, but the people alongside you, the people underneath you. We all work together as one team, and it's just amazing. It makes me, you know, I wake up in the morning and I feel great going to work, if you know what I mean. I've always got a smile on my face, and I know the team around me have always got a smile on their face as well. They're all happy and comfortable with what they're doing, and it really is a great atmosphere.
That's awesome. So Krista, you had a question about, you started to highlight the marketing arcade. Did you want to kind of throw a question out there for Steve about the marketing arcade? Because that's what a lot of people complain about, right? Not having the tools to market.
Absolutely, and this is really important, I guess, for anybody that's coming into your team, Steve. How do you find the marketing arcade in terms of simplicity and ease of use for people that come in and maybe don't have a whole lot of network marketing experience?
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that's just, it's simply amazing. It really is there set up for anyone, whether they're a complete professional at doing this or a total novice. They can come in and all the links are set up, and it's so simple to set them out and get all the people to come in and view those links. You can see, you know, the links lay out the program pretty much from top to bottom for them. So it's great for everyone.
So Steve, yeah, go ahead, Krista. You're going to ask the same question. I already know it. Go ahead.
I don't know if I am or not, but in seeing all these posts and stuff in the group, I wonder if you could explain or, you know, kind of encapsulate, like, how easy is it for people to rank up and meet their first goal in this business to start earning that residual income?
Well, from my point of view and what I've seen with my team is it's literally, it's a rank up for the Ruby. It's as simple as getting 3 people, 3 friends, 3 people you know, to get on board and get in with the whole idea of the system, and to see the vision that you see, which when you see the vision the way we do, and the passion comes out, it's so simple to get those 3 people on board. And then, as Big was saying before, that's your monthly payment paid for then. So there's there's no need to worry about where the $125 is coming from every month when you know you've secured that with your first 3 gamers.
Yep, absolutely. So now, Steve, let's talk about that. All right, we just talked about the fact that obviously you did Ruby, and that's you know, because a lot of people are sitting out there going, but it's $125 a month, guys. Come on, that works out to about $1,500 for the year. Small-minded thinking. What we're trying to say is wrap your head around the compensation plan, right? And let's share with them in 4 weeks the levels that you hit and how much money you've actually made. Again, results not typical, but this is just to illustrate that anyone could come in if they're willing to do the work. So, Steve, just share with them the different monies that you made at the different levels and what you're looking at. In fact, we just got a bonus payment today, correct? So go ahead, my man, in your own words.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. So within, like I said, within 2 or 3 days, I got to Ruby, which hitting Ruby gave me a $250 bonus and $5 a day, which meant that my program was paid for and I had a nice little bunch in my pocket to go out and treat the missus, which was lovely. A couple of weeks later, I got to Ruby 2. Stepping up to Ruby 2 gave me another $500 bonus, and that put my daily earnings up to $20 a day. And then just today, about 6 p.m. today, I got to Ruby 3, thanks to my great team again, as I always say.
Big dog, big dog.
Yeah, man. And that will step up to $1,250 bonus. So you were saying before about $1,500 a year for the monthly payment. Now, in a month, I have made $2,000 in bonuses.
Woo!
So
there you
already
go.
I've paid for the year.
You know what that is? Get ready, my man. Boom! Hit him with the money hammer.
Yes, man. Yes.
Yeah. Said it. You have to have passion for helping other people, but you also have to buy into the vision that this is more than doable, and very quickly you can move beyond that $125 a month and the residuals themselves. So right now, currently, and again, I know you're looking at leveling up again very soon also because it becomes addictive, does it not? It becomes addictive.
Right.
So what are you earning right now per month on residual? That's not counting the bonuses. What are you earning right now?
Just on
after 4 weeks.
On the daily payments, $30 a day. So we're looking at about $900 a month.
Boom. Again, folks, that's what we're talking about. When we say it's easy, we don't mean that it's push button easy. We mean it's easy to level up if you just go out there and continue to share the story. If you stop with this, how you think that you don't play games, Steve, you found the same thing. People actually, guess what? We're interested not only in the concept, but the vision of what Game Loot saw. I mean, when Lance Baker put this together a couple of years ago, he actually was ahead of the time when it comes to network marketing, because there's nothing like this in the network marketing world. Am I correct, my man? Absolutely, yeah. I've been around network marketing for a few years myself now, and I've never seen anything as simple and as amazing. It really is. It's just a breath of fresh air, mate. It really is. Absolutely. So what we'll do, go ahead, Krista. Go ahead, Krista.
I was going to say that, in terms of network marketing, and, I come from a network marketing background, and to see something as new and trending as this, it's kind of refreshing in that, you don't have those same obligations as you would with a regular network marketing company, those selling products. And, it was just such a headache. But now we have something totally new, totally trending. It's so new that even people can't even wrap their heads around it. I couldn't wrap my head around it first because I don't play games. But you know what I do? I like to make money. And I see this as, the opportunity, to cash in on this huge market is phenomenal. And, now is the time to get in while we are at ground floor, because we want to be here. We want to get started before all the future growth and expansion takes place within this company. I'm very passionate about it.
Let's do this, guys. Let me go back, and we're explaining, again, the level ups, and I know there are a couple of questions on that, so let us go back in, and for illustrative purposes, let me share my screen, and let's go through so you understand what Steve is talking about, what I'm talking about, what Chris is talking about, how to get commission personally what that means and why we say it's so simple. So if you guys bear with me here, I'm going to go back in and share, quickly go over this and have you guys have a better, so if you can see my screen, let me know. Am I good? It says getting commission qualified?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's go back and revisit what it means. So Steve was talking about the fact that you want to share this opportunity, sign up 3 people. That's your focus when you come into this opportunity, is to personally sponsor 3 game ambassadors and place one of those in each of your 3 legs. So there's you purchasing the 500 tokens, the $24.99 marketing arcade. So you're going to find that in another person, you're going to find another person, and then you're going to find a third person. And when you do, okay, when you have these 3 people that are also game ambassadors that paid the 125, okay, and the 125, and you find that third person, you become commission qualified. That gets you the level up. So you're leveling up your game, and what that means is you're qualified for 2 streams of income. We talked about it, the daily residual commission and the one-time level up bonus. All right? You should know about this, though. All right, there is a 40% rule on the legs, and that's why we say get back to the person who shared this with you. They'll go more into detail in the compensation plan, and counts to infinity and depth. That's why we're so excited. If you're in network marketing and you see things like this, you're drooling about this. So the basic structure to get paid, if you guys will mute for me, let me get this so that people can wrap their head around why we keep saying it's easy and simple. The basic structure, qualified by hitting that Ruby position, getting that level up bonus of $150, $5 a day. I understand $5 per day times 30 days is $150, plus the bonuses paid out to you. So like Steve said, like Krista, myself, once you personally enroll those 3 game ambassadors, you're covered on your cost. Now your job is to help your teammates get their 3, and continues on and on and on. Next level, okay, Ruby 2, we talked about it. Commission qualified, $300 bonus, $20 per day. That means that you got 3, they got their 3, that leveled you up based on volume. So as Krista was saying earlier, it's easy to get started. You enroll as the game ambassador for $124.99 with the person that shared this with you. You check your email, you get back in the back office, get familiar with it, join our group, whatever it may be, download the Game Loot app and learn the compensation plan, and you'll be excited about it also. So again, going back to what Krista shared with you, that's what we're talking about. Now, another thing I want to cover really quickly for everyone, all right, is this builder bonus. All right, this builder bonus is really got us excited. All right, so Krista, Steve, Paul, because Paul's going to go in strategy here in a little bit for you. There is more. This is exciting. Krista touched on it to infinity on this builder bonus. So if you're all about helping other people grow their business also, compensate you for that. We want to create a team culture, and hopefully you're seeing that in tonight's show. What Steve talks about is that whole team building. The reason he was able to hit those levels so quickly is because he was all about working on the team, and that culture is rewarded to helping people in their team through. That's the $10,000 builder bonus promotion that Krista touched on, and it is fantastic. Again, is off the charts because we don't know any other network marketing companies that do this, awarding you on your 4th person that's qualified for a game ambassador and above to infinity. So your 4th person, your 25th, your 100, it goes on and on and on. And as Krista basically said, this is amazing. Again, the levels as you move up, your first level, you basically have the 3 active game ambassadors, you get the residuals, they get their 3, and you get a $500 bonus. At the second level, you get a $1,000 bonus. The third, $2,500 bonus, and $6,000 bonus. So right there's $10,000 on those 3 active people that got their 3, this is exciting stuff. Again, this is for illustrative purposes only. You want to refer to the detailed compensation plan for all the details and all the fine print. But this is why we're excited. $10,000 per person for just doing what you should be doing anyway, and that's helping your team achieve success. So we've covered the 3 ways that you get paid by playing games, even if you don't play games. So I'm going to come out of this screen and go back and join you guys, but I wanted to share that with you and have you see how excited we are about this compensation plan. It's absolutely incredible. And again, why don't we do this? Steve, you shared yours. Krista, why don't we have you come out, talk about how long you've been involved, and like you said, you've been in network marketing. This is entirely different, but why don't you share where you started, when you started, and where you currently are now as far as bonuses and daily residual. Again, results like myself and Krista's, we are the top 3 to 1% earners and team builders, but it's all based on hard work. So results not typical, but it's only fair that we tell you that it is possible. So go ahead, Krista. I always smile when you share your results.
Oh, yeah. No, I started just like Steve did. I saw the opportunity once, and I just, I didn't look at it again, but something kept pulling me back to it, and it was the way it was presented to me. But when I saw the compensation plan, I was like, oh my God, I need to get in here. I know that I could maximize on those bonuses within like the first week. And I did. I ranked Ruby my first hour, I was Ruby, and then Ruby 2 that same day or the next day, then Ruby 3 within the week, and then I was Sapphire within 3 weeks, and I'm still at the Sapphire rank, but I also have a 4th person that I've been earning builder bonuses on. And it's good to have a 4th person. You always want to, overcompensate just to balance your legs and stuff. And I've earned the first 500 on this person, 1,000 on that person, and the 2,500. So I've earned over $8,000 in bonuses so far.
Builder bonus, right?
I've earned, no, that's in with all of my bonuses combined, plus my residual income that I get every week now. So my first bonus check I got today for $2,700, and I get my residual income check tomorrow for $350 because I earn $50 a day now at the Sapphire rank. But those ranks were kind of surprising to me. When I was getting them, I logged into my back office, and I didn't realize, I guess, the volume on the legs and stuff, but, it was Ruby, I was just ranking up all the time. And I thought, this could be very, very incredible, even long-term, as you build. This is fresh in everybody's mind right now. People don't see the vision, or some people are seeing the vision, and some others are still in that mindset that, well, it's a gaming. So it's a matter of educating people, your prospects, that this is a business opportunity.
Right. Now, Krista, one of the ways that we've been able to not only do this ourselves, but teach other people is through a marketing strategy, because as Paul touched on earlier, and I'm going to bring him back out to share part of that, is figuring out a way to have people actually be able to share the story over and over and over. And one of the things that we've all talked about tonight is putting in the work, okay? Again, the beauty of this compensation plan is it handsomely rewards those people willing to put in the work. So as we said, if you're willing to see that you can level up and basically cover your business for very little up front and get to work over the next 30 days, you'll be blown away with the results. If you then also buy into the team building concept strategies that Paul is going to kind of touch on, we're not going to give away the farm, obviously, but that's how people are hitting these bonuses, because there is a marketing method to doing it. And my man Paul is going to talk about it for about 5 minutes here to close the show. and we'll then leave you with the same question that we asked to start the show. My man, Paul, you want to kind of come out? Because that's what we've always found, that a program can be fantastic, but most people out there don't know how to market. Correct, my man?
That is absolutely correct, Big. You know, earlier on, I said that exact same thing, is that if there is no system to it, then people kind of get lost. And part of the system is having training like this. But it also helps when you do have your own system that you can, if you're the type of person that just wants to drive cold traffic, you need a little bit of extra help. And this is what I stepped away to do, is to create something. But I just want to quickly tell people that, because you said something about being in the top percentage of earners, and the beauty of how the Game Loot compensation plan works is that it's not the first people that get in are the ones that are going to make money. This is not that type of company, and I'll tell you guys why. Is because I was earning little, and Bigg and Krista and Sunny and Ari and other people, they were earning more than me. They were earning more than me. I mean, I qualified to Sapphire after other people because I had one leg that I wasn't working. And then I decided, well, hang on, these people aren't going to get away with that. And then I started doing the work. So, I just want to share my screen quickly and show everybody
Paul,
this.
I'm glad you bring that up. It is about putting in the work. Any business.
Definitely.
But what's exciting about this is being in on that ground floor. And Krista, you even said it. It's not the ground floor. It's in the basement, right?
Absolutely. We're in the
so
basement, in the cellar. We're in the cellar.
You know, the beauty about Game Loot Network is that we are like the very first people that are, I mean, the company's only launched with this pay plan in the last 2 months. So, you know, it's a relatively young company. We are in the basement at the moment. So anyone that decides that they're going to jump on board and they jump on now will be streets ahead of other people. But I just wanted to show people this quickly. Can you see my back office here?
We can. Thank you, Paul. And again, results not typical. We're showing you Paul's back office. It does not guarantee that you'll have the same results. But as he said, once you wake up and realize how powerful the compensation plan, and we start to teach you how to pinpoint working the system and helping build your team, then you're going to basically, like a light bulb goes off, because it went off for you, did it not?
You know, I said it before. I'm not an easy person to sponsor into companies. And gentleman that approached me about Game Loot, he just said, "Hey, listen, there's something that I want you to have a look at. It's got a really good compensation plan." And I mean, I get hit up all the time. And you know, 9 times out of 10, I'll just tell a person, I've got too much on my plate right now, and I do not want to look at other companies. I want to focus what I'm focusing on. But we were looking for something in this price range to bring into our portfolio. So, you know, I asked him like a few basic questions, and he told me it's $125 a month. And I thought, okay, well, that's the price is right, definitely right. I said, okay, well, you know, tell me a little bit more about it. And then he did. And then when I looked at the comp plan, I went, oh, hold on, this is friggin' awesome. And then that's when I started reaching out to my peers, and I spoke to Krista, I spoke to Ari, I spoke to yourself, spoke to everybody, and I said, guys, I want to build this, I'm going to build it. And then here we are today. But the thing is that I signed up, but I didn't do anything because I was just, you know, speaking to all the people first, and people started building. And I only really got active in the last 4 weeks, you could say. And in the last 4 weeks, you know, I've put myself up at the Sapphire level. And what I want to show people, and again, as Big said, you know, results are not typical. But I want to show you, you see this here? That's my current monthly earning, like that's part of my monthly bonuses. Okay, and this is my weekly bonus. So if you take that 1585 and you add it to, you know, what this weekly would be on over a month, that's over $4,000, people. This is a $4,000 a month asset that I've built in 4 weeks. Think about it. Like I want that to soak in. But anyway, like I thought that one of the things that I wanted to do, Big, do you want me to go ahead and show people what I've built?
Sure, why not? Again, with disclaimers. Yeah, everyone's waiting, certainly.
Yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make things a lot easier for people to promote. Now, a lot of us do use cold traffic And by cold traffic, we mean that people that we do not have a relationship with, and it's really a little bit difficult because conversions are much lower with cold traffic. It's people that you don't know. Now, in the marketing arcade, in the back office, right, there are a number of really, really good pages. Let me just hop in there and show people what is in here. So if we go to the marketing links and I go to one of these pages here, these are really good pages that we get to promote. But what type of people are hitting these pages? If we go out and go and buy cold traffic, you go buy a solar ad, you go and do Bing ads, you go and do Facebook ads, you go and do all these different ads. You can put banners on ad networks and do those type of things. The people that are going to be hitting your pages is cold traffic. They have not been warmed up. But then you can go into your leads, and then you can, you got their phone numbers and their emails. And then you can be calling these people up to try and close them on the phone, which is ideally what people really should be doing. They should be using the links that have got the phone number. There are some there, and then using the email addresses, reaching out to people, searching for them on Facebook, and trying to build a relationship with them to try and sign them up, because the guys that do that, they're going to do really well. But I wanted to think of a way that I could warm up this market or warm up the traffic.
Yeah, Paul, let's go out of that information page right there, and then you can share what you're currently doing. So if you can get out of that page that has the email addresses all. Okay, great.
All right, sure. So I do apologize if anyone's private information is there, but the information is there, and people should be grabbing those to contact people. But what I wanted to come up with was a way to warm up that traffic prior to people reaching out to them. And how I decided that I was going to do that was I was going to build a page, and this is something that everyone within the organization can use. Everyone that is in my team, everybody that is in Krista's team, and Bigg's team, and Ari's team, and Sunny's team, and Jules, everybody can use this system. And basically what I did was I made a page. This is what it looks like, okay? And it's currently sitting on gamelooters.com. Now people can go and visit it. I do warn you that it is not complete yet, so don't use it yet, but I want to give everybody a walkthrough. And this is where we're going to send our traffic to, okay? Because when people leave the information here, now this page is designed to try and get really, really good results from solar ad traffic, and it is extremely responsive in that devices that it is on will show up on, it will show up really, really well. It resizes to mobile phones really, really well. Okay, so if you look at it from a mobile phone, you'll see that it is extremely responsive. If you look at it from your desktop, you'll see it's a really good looking page. And it's got all the necessary things to make it compliant. And then when people put in their details here, they then get taken to this page. Now on this page, all right, there's a video that I introduced the concept a little bit, all right? It's a little short video, and underneath are sign up links, okay? Plus there's a link to go to a Facebook group. Now this is a Facebook group that we've set up for prospects, people that want to come there and ask questions. That Facebook already has a group of people that Becky was kind enough to populate for us already and start answering some of the questions. And there's a link in there, and the link goes to the same place, which is to what we call a rotator. So the people that need their three, right, their links are going to be going into the rotator, their links to their pages, all right? And everyone that comes through here that clicks on one of these sign up links lands up going to visit someone's page. All right, and then they leave the information, that person can then follow up. They already know. And then the best part is they then get a really targeted follow-up series, which is going to be one email a day, which goes through Aweber. And the best part is that we know that things like Aweber works, but there's a lot of guys out there that they don't know Aweber, they don't know how to use it. And instead of us having to teach people, I've decided, you know what, I'm going to let everybody use mine. And the way that I'm letting everybody use mine is that I've written a follow-up series. Currently, it's only got 3 emails in here, but I'm using the best tricks that I have up my sleeve to ensure that people are going to be drip-fed emails every 2 days. See there, it says send 2 days after the previous message. And all of these messages are, let you guys take a quick peek at like the first one. and how I've used some really good psychology. Like I've included a picture of myself so people get to know who I am. And then I start talking in a follow-up emails about the teams that they're going to be joining. So I talk about the team leaders. I talk about the guys that are already Ruby 3 and above and so on. And I pinpoint people because people are going to be belonging to these teams. So they already know and they can already identify. And when they read the mails, they'll then push back to this page. They'll then push to the group. And it's this constant flow of emails over a period of 21 days where they're going to be getting these mails every second day. And this process warms them up. And by the time that they land up, that people who use the system contact them, these people they already want to get going because the information that's on here. All right. There's also videos where they informational video, which I've kindly asked Big to do because he's more professional than me. And then there's a meet the team. So there's videos here by Big and Sunny, and there's one for myself, and there's a few missing from the other leaders, which are going to go onto this page soon. There's also this video is a compilation of testimonials and earnings where different people talk really briefly about their earnings already that they've made, and it introduces the person and shows like how much they've made. So people already are getting the validation, already getting the proof, the income proof they can see from these people that they are real people and they're going to be joining these people's teams. So this funnel that I've made is completely warms people up, and I'm opening it up to every single person that wants to use it, because the way that it works is we all contribute traffic to it. That traffic gets warmed up through my email follow-ups and pushes people back to this page as well as to the Facebook group. And then from that Facebook group, they will then go onto the main Facebook group where they can all join and rejoice and hold hands and really go crazy because everybody's going to start making money. And this system is going to completely warm up everybody and help them to get going. And like I said, it's going to be completely free, except people need to contribute to the traffic that's going to go into it. So the people whose teams are going to be into this, they would then contribute to the traffic, and we're going to be able to help people get their free really, really quickly.
Paul, that is fantastic. And again, if you go back to what we talked about before, we really want to create an atmosphere of team leaders helping others. And this is just one of the ways to do it. We also teach other warm marketing strategies as far as that goes. But you need to be constantly getting the story about Game Loot in front of as many people as possible. And so that's why, again, we do the show. That's why we have members on to be guests on the show. That's why we do all the training we do. That's why we also are rolling out what Paul just rolled out, because for us, it really is about you having success. Steve talked about it earlier. If your team has success, then you will have success also. And I think that's a big part of what all of us are doing here in Game Loot. And Game Loot, when Lance Baker put this together, he understood that if he compensated properly those team leaders who are going to go out there and help their team grow and benefit, wouldn't you agree, Krista, that the comp plan is specifically for that?
Absolutely.
And what we're finding is that as this grows more and more, Paul talked about it. It's not whoever got in first. It's whoever gets in now and puts in the work. And what we're trying to do is get rid of every excuse out there. So the first excuse always was, all right, it's about mobile games. I don't play games. Well, guess what? Doesn't matter what you're doing. Okay, half the world is playing those games. I'm too old to focus on mobile games. Guess what? Doesn't matter again. Threw that one out the window. Showed you in research that a third of the people playing the games are, guess what? That is a sweet spot because those people have the most disposable income. So there's a reason that these gaming companies focus on social sharing, like Facebook and things like that. That's where the bulk of the 35 to 50-year-olds are who have the disposable income. So throw that out the window. The other is I'm not very good at recruiting or marketing. Guess what? We showed you part of what you're paying for with that $125 is not only the system and the tokens so that you can share those with people and get them interested in the games, it's also the marketing arcade back office that gives you all those links, all those landing pages and all that we talked about. So throw that one out the window. Then last but not least is I don't want to hit up all my friends, in a network marketing, my friends and family and burn that out. Well, guess what? It doesn't matter. We've now shown you that we also have a strategy for that that's working very well. So throw that out the window. So you have no more excuses. And what I'm going to say, again, people like Steve who essentially started out much like you are tonight going, every excuse in the book, finally opens their eyes and gets plugged into the system and plugged into the vision that we're talking about with us and Game Loop Network, you're going to find that the system is set up if you're willing to work. Okay, if you're willing to work, it's not a push-button system. If you're willing to work, tell the story, tell your story, okay, be in front of people, you're going to start to be able to get residual income like we're showing you also. I also happen to be, have hit the Sapphire 2 level. That means $100 a day in income. It's fantastic stuff. Bonuses, all fantastic. Like I said, the reason is because people like Krista, people like Steve, people like myself, people like Paul, once you understand the compensation plan, you're going to want to put in the work also. And all we wanted to do was make it so that people get excited about it, but also have people focus on the fact that it's about building a team and take away every excuse in the book. So on that note, why don't you go ahead, Krista, and hit them up with final parting words, motivation, and our call to action to end the show tonight. Paul, thank you. That was absolutely fantastic, my friend.
My pleasure.
Definitely. And thank you, Big. No, you just hit the nail on the head with everything you said, Big. All these objections, you cover them. We have everything. We have the market. It's a full market, no saturation, totally brand new and ready to just spearhead. We've got the leadership. We've got the ability to rank up. We showed you how easy it was to come inside this system and to become commission qualified and quickly. We've got the compensation plan. We've got the tools. We've got the system. You do what we do with the system in place. And what Paul just showed you with this new concept, with the funnel, the leadership on our team. And the only objection, Big, that you didn't cover is the price point. A lot of people say, I can't afford $124.99 a month. Guys, you're getting a fully functional system. This is a toolbox system that is your business. My question to you is, how could you afford not to, given after hearing what you heard here tonight, the platform, the system, the compensation plan, you'd be a fool not to. That's it from me, Big.
Awesome. So tonight, I want to thank you. I put on my future glasses, seeing into the future, and I see you joining us, picking up the money hammer, striking against your finances. This is a great opportunity, as Krista said, to tap into a market that is growing, is in its infancy, and in the next 3 years will be over a $200 billion marketplace. And the truth is, we want you to get your piece of the pie. We know we are. Out a system to help you get your piece also. So on that note, Money Hammer has spoken. And tonight, you've been joining us on Power Hour Show, my co-host, Krista, and our special host tonight to share some of the things we're doing in the background. Also, my man, Paul D'Souza from the Philippines. This has been to you. We thank you for spending time the last hour and 15 minutes watching us. And again, if you're watching it on replay, make sure you get back to that person. We'll look forward to seeing you in the group, get all your questions answered, and then we'll look forward to helping you get to that next level, Ruby and beyond. This is your boy Big, my co-host Krista, our special guest Paul D'Souza, and we are turning the lights off. We'll see you on next week's show, folks. And next week, we'll have on a brand new guest to talk about their experience. And hopefully soon after that, we'll have you on as our next guest also. Take care. Good night. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Good night.